Many of us work out of sight of the people our decisions affect. That means we're working at a significant disadvantage if we have any desire to do the right thing, which is different from doing what's legal. One cannot help but to recall Johnny Bravo, who, above the clouds and unable to have a visual contact with the special operations forces below, felt it necessary to fly down just so he could see those he was there to protect. When we opt to stay above the clouds, relying only on information fed to us, instead of going down to see for ourselves, not only is it harder to make the right moral decisions, it makes it even harder to get An army reservist who happened to be driving past pulled over to see if she could help. Kneeling down beside the injured woman, Cammy took her vitals. The girl wasn't breathing, and her pulse was faint at best. Immediately, Cammy began CPR and mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to try to keep the young woman alive. Not much later, an ambulance arrived, and the paramedics took over. They stabilized the young woman and took her to the hospital. A few days after the incident, Cammy wondered how the girl was faring. She was able to find the news story online and learned what had happened. She had died. This young woman, her whole life ahead of her, was gone. Which story evoked a stronger feeling? The first one or the second one? A story about tens of thousands of people struck down by their own military as they stood up for something noble does not have the same emotional impact on us as the story of one person does. We mourn the death of one young woman with an empathy that we are seemingly unable to muster for thousands of young women and children, and others struck down as senselessly and even more brutally. This is one of the shortcomings of using numbers to represent people. At some point, the numbers lose their connection to the people and become just numbers, void of meaning. We are visually oriented animals. We can pursue things we can see. If it is a person in need, we can rush to their aid. If there is a clear vision of a future state brighter than our world today, we can work to build it. And if it